Good morning everyone. Today in this lecture we'll discuss about queue. We'll also discuss about the operations on queue. So first of all, what is queue? You can see here it is a linear data structure. Queue is a linear data structure. That means elements are stored sequentially. Elements are in sequential order, stored in sequential order. Okay. We can define the queue like this. Queue is an ordered collection of homogeneous data elements. It is an ordered collection that is in order and that is of homogeneous data element. This means these are of similar type of data elements where insertion and deletion operations takes place at two extreme ends, two different ends. The two different ends are front end and rear end. We'll discuss about that. Before that, you must know what is the mechanism. So it follows FIFO mechanism, that is first in first out mechanism, that is first in first out mechanism. The simple example is standing in a line for ticket reservation or for any bus, any queue. The element which comes first, that will come out first. So this is the FIFO order or FIFO mechanism. First in, that comes out first. So the person which is standing in the line which comes first, that is, or that person having higher priority. Okay, that is the first in first out mechanism. And there are two different operations similar to your stack. In case of stack, the operations are push and pop, but here in queue the operations are called as NQ and DQ. To insert an element into the queue, the operation is NQ. To delete an element from the queue is DQ. In case of stack, that is push to insert an element. To delete an element, that is pop, but here that is NQ and DQ. And to do these two operations, there must be two conditions. One is the overflow condition, another one is the underflow condition. These conditions must be checked before inserting an element or before NQ or before DQ. These two conditions we have already discussed in case of stack, that is overflow condition and underflow conditions. So overflow condition means insertion into the queue which is full. That is the overflow condition. That means when the queue is full, you cannot insert to that queue because the queue is a linear data structure having fixed number of elements. So queue is a linear data structure having fixed number of elements. So here in overflow condition, insertion cannot be done when the queue is full. In underflow condition, that means deletion from the empty queue. When the queue is empty, you cannot delete the element because there is no element in the queue, so you cannot delete. That is the underflow condition. So in definition, I have already told queue is an ordered homogeneous collection of elements having two operations, insertion and deletion, that can be taken place at two extreme ends. Here these are the two ends, front end and rear end. So front end, that points, or the front is the pointer that points to the starting element, and rear that points to the last element. Front is the starting element, rear is the last element. This is important one. And you must remember NQ will be done at rear end. That means insertion. NQ means inserting an element. So insertion will be done at the rear end and deletion, that is DQ, will be done at the front end. Okay, now this is the representation of Q. We have taken one end as the front end, another one is the rear end. So the NQ operation can be done at the rear end. That means insertion can be done at the rear end, and deletion, that means the DQ, can be done at the front end. So this is the Q representation or simple array representation having the Q mechanism, that means the FIFO mechanism. Initially, you must remember, when there is no element in the Q, this front is equal to rear is equal to -1. That means there is no element. This is important one. Front is equal to rear is equal to -1. That means it points to -1. I can draw one Q. So if there is no elements, that means front, I am writing F for front and R for rear, that will point to -1, or this value is -1. When you will insert one element here, the rear value will point to this location. Suppose this one is index 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now the rear value will be changed and that will be 0. When again you will suppose this element is 10. Suppose you insert another element 20, the rear value will be point to this one. Similarly, the front value also must be modified to 0. So this is the basic definition and structure of Q. Now we'll implement the Q using in two different ways. One is using arrays by using linked list. We have not studied linked list, we'll discuss it later, but using the array we can implement the Q. Okay, in the next lecture we'll discuss how to implement or these operations can be implemented using the Q, the NQ operation and the TQ operation.